welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel here today, guys, as we simply must talk about and we must address Frenkie de Jong's quite outstanding rant against the media ahead of Barça versus Napoli this week. And ultimately we're going to be talking about what we can learn from his words, what we can gauge by what was said, and it doesn't even stop there either, because Jules Kounde has also joined in on this debate. We're going to be learning more about what his future at Barça holds as well, and I do have a few very important questions to ask you guys at the end. It is all coming your way, so let's do it. But let's first of all start with those words from Frenkie de Jong, because we have to start there, because even before such a huge game that it was in midweek there for Barça, Frenkie de Jong caused a bit of a stir in the media with his explosive pre-match press conference on Tuesday night ahead of the game, and it really was quite incredible, because it has actually been said that Frenkie himself actually asked to face the media. He wanted to be there. He said, look, I want to be the player that goes and sits alongside Xavi. I want to face them directly, which I love. Even before we get into these words, I think it's so important there, with everything that's said in Barcelona, with everything that's reported by the media, to front up to it here, to have a player come out and meet it head on is absolutely outstanding. So let's talk about what Frenkie said, because he was asked then in that press conference, are you open to leaving Barca this summer? Is it true there that you may be looking for a way out? And that was all it took. That was literally it. De Jong was ready. He said, okay, the truth is that I'm a little angry with what you people, the media, have been writing. He said many things have come out that are not true. You do it with players, you do it with coaches, you are reporting lies, and he said it's irritating me. Some of these journalists, they have no shame. So very, very clearly there, Frenkie's unhappy with the lies that he says are being written, not only about him, I don't think he was only talking about his own situation, but with Barca players, Barca coaches at the club. This is something that has been happening for a long time, and he said it is just a lot of smoke. It's a lot of lies. He said, for instance, that I'm earning 40 million or so. The truth of it is that that's far from what I earn. He said, I won't go into figures, but they have invented a story that is not true. The press sometimes criticise my level. That doesn't matter. Everybody can have an opinion. But he said, I will not accept lies there. So Frenkie de Jong firmly disputes the rumours that we've been hearing about his salary, his current wages at Barça, because he then went on. He said, I am very happy at Barça. It is the club of my dreams. I dreamt of coming here, dreamt of playing here, and he said, I hope to continue playing at Barça for many years to come. I am enjoying it a lot. So a very, very clear indication there from Frenkie that he's happy at the club, that he wants to stay here. He says there for many, many years to come. And this is when the next questions come now, because if Frenkie is coming out here and saying, okay, everything we're hearing about me, my salary, all those kinds of reports, if they're nonsense, the question that we have to ask is, where are these reports coming from? Because is this simply about here, certain journalists, select journalists there in the media, select news outlets coming out with things that are simply not true? They're just making it up for interactions, for clicks, all these kinds of things. But obviously we've heard lots of reports. It's not just about one journalist, it's not just about one news outlet. It has been widespread reports there when thinking about Frenkie. So the other question that we're having to ask right now, the conversation that we're having to have, is, are there leaks emerging from inside of the club? Is information from within Barca there, in and around the club, in the dressing room, of course things there like contracts, these different kinds of things, is that information being actively leaked to the media by somebody? And if so, why? What is the purpose of that? So these are the kinds of things that we're having to ask for right now, because nothing in this world happens for no reason. There's always a reason for something. If something appears in the media, if something is written, there's always a reason why. And the question now will be at Barca is to understand what on earth is going on, because it is not only Frenkie de Jong at the club who is disappointed, who is frustrated by certain things in the media, because immediately after the game against Napoli then, Jules Kounde came out and he also made his stance very, very clear. He said, I agree with Frenkie. I feel that the media are sometimes telling lies. Frenkie expressed it himself, and I think he's right in what he said. Many times the media come out with things that are not correct. Now, right now we don't know, obviously, exactly what Kounde there himself is referencing. We know that he was heavily rumoured there to be open to leaving Barca last summer if he continued to play at right back. We don't know whether that was or was not true, but what we do know is that he doesn't actually enjoy playing at right back. That is not something there that has been made up. He has publicly said on a number of occasions he wants to be a centre-back, he wants to play there, and he is not happy being played out of position, and that's what makes it interesting right now, because last night against Napoli, representatives from Chelsea were actually in Naples watching the game there from the stands last night to simply watch Jules Kounde, which would check out, because we know that Chelsea were very interested in him in the summer of 2022. They were leading the race really to sign him until Barça really firmed up their interest and entered the bidding for Kounde. But it is absolutely no secret right now that there are plenty of clubs in world football that would like to have Jules Kounde in their team. Chelsea are not the only ones. There's also been rumours there of Arsenal keeping tabs on him, Newcastle, Liverpool, all interested there, and even Bayern Munich as well. And of course, Kounde is one of those players that ahead of the summer, he is a high-profile name. He is somebody there that could demand a big transfer fee, and we absolutely know, the club will bear all of that in mind, that they will be thinking about him as a potential exit. Whether or not it'll happen, we do not know right now. But what is interesting today is that Mundo Deportivo say Kounde, as of now, is not thinking of leaving. He is not contemplating departing Barca this summer. He has a contract at the club there until 2027, and as of right now, he intends to stay. And my question here to you would be, looking at the way the season has panned out, looking at Kounde right now in this Barcelona team, if you had to decide right here and now, would you keep or would you sell Jules Kounde? However, guys, that is not the end of the big questions that are coming your way, because I want to ask you something here again about me personally, because I asked you there over on More Talk FCB in my community section, and I want to ask you guys right here how you would feel about seeing some more football videos, more football content coming your way, but outside of Barca. For instance there, if there's a quiet day on Barca, if not much is happening, would you be interested in hearing videos over on More Talk FCB about general football news there, about general matches, things that are going on and that have big interest there in the footballing world? And I would really like to know and really appreciate your own thoughts on that. I want to be bringing you guys the content that you want to see. I would always be here with you, providing the videos that you love. So please let me know if you would be interested in some more football content, some general content there over on More Talk FCB. And I will keep striving here to provide quality coming your way as best as I possibly can. But do let me know, guys, in the comments down below, your thoughts today on Frenkie's words and as well on Kounde's future. I will catch you soon with more videos on the way. But until next time, as always, Vejska, El Barça.